Momogusa-san ga Monogusasugiru. The story starts with Momogusa Shizuku. She's a genius in academics and sports, winning many awards. She has a quiet and mysterious aura and is a total beauty. There isn't a single flaw about her. At the start of the school year, all the students admire her for her calm nature and elegance. Our main character, Hataki Suji, nervously approaches Shizuku for math notebook collection, impressing everyone. With a calm expression, the cool beauty says she will turn in her notebook herself. Drained from the encounter, Suji notes how differently she acts from his younger siblings. At that moment, his phone dings, notifying him of a new client for his housekeeping job, having his siblings to thank for his housework skills. Arriving at the new client's house, Suji finds the class idol, Momogusa-Shizuku, cutely snuggling with her pillows on her bed, shocked by how messy her house is. Startled by Suji's sudden arrival, Shizuku flinches in shock and remembers her request for a housekeeper. Still shocked by the fact that the same girl who is standing in front of him is Shizuku, Suji mentions he was given the spare key. Suji nervously says he usually handles housework like cleaning, which prompts Shizuku to mention she already cleaned yesterday, pointing to the clean bottom shelf in the extremely messy room. Suji's painful reaction prompts Shizuku to express that she really tried her best at cleaning. Moved by her words, Suji, out of instinct, pats Shizuku on the head while telling her, "Well done." Quickly realizing what he is doing, Suji jumps back in embarrassment while saying sorry over and over again, noting he just treated the class beauty like his little sister. Then, to Suji's surprise, Shizuku's eyes sparkle with excitement, leading Shizuku to cling to Suji, pleading to be praised again. As Shizuku is on Suji's back, she smugly whispers, "Tonight's dinner is something special, a rare, limited edition chocolate." Baffled by her statement, Suji quickly pulls away from Shizuku's hug and questions her for eating just snacks for dinner, likening her to a child, having a completely messy room and a very unbalanced diet, shocked that this girl is the same Momogusa Shizuku at school. Overcome by Shizuku's cute pleading for food, Suji tells Shizuku to wait a bit while he cooks. Despite what Suji said, Shizuku still continues to cling to him as he cooks. In the end, Suji cooks her an egg porridge with the limited ingredients he had. Thinking of her as a baby, Suji feeds Shizuku her porridge, which she thinks is very delicious. Getting closer to Suji, she asks for another spoonful. Shizuku then reveals that she is living alone because her parents have work overseas, admitting that she is lonely at home and is overwhelmed by daily tasks. While snuggling Suji's leg, Shizuku thanks Suji for being here with her. Suddenly, Shizuku jumps onto Suji, demanding he come back tomorrow and that he can't work for any other houses, cutely pleading that she doesn't think she can last without him. Praising Suji, she exclaims she has never met someone so reliable, and she asks for praise for being the top student at school. Suji, already knowing that, reveals that he is Hataki Suji from her class, bringing up him collecting the notebooks that morning. Shocked that she was with someone from her class the whole time, bursts into tears, begging him not to tell anyone about her degenerate lifestyle. Overwhelmed by Shizuku's pleading, Suji agrees to keep her secret. After Suji says this, Shizuku immediately goes back into her usual baby-like self. Suji is amazed by her laziness. The next day, everyone in school is smitten by Shizuku's intelligence and beauty, which even attracts birds. Seeing this, Suji is still in shock by the complete change in character when he arrives at her house. While she cutely hits him, asking for Hamburg steak for dinner over and over. Relieved when Suji says he has all the ingredients, Shizuku states she can't cook anything that has more than 2 steps. As Suji leaves the room to make dinner, Shizuku realizes she forgot to charge her phone, leading her to gently cling to Suji's side. Getting embarrassed, she expresses that she only wants to watch Suji cook. Excitedly watching Suji cook, Shizuku has the bright idea to help crack the eggs. Suji, unconvinced by her skill, watches as she struggles to crack the egg. The egg eventually cracks, but instead of landing in the bowl, the egg lands on Shizuku's chest. Panicking, Suji tells Shizuku to go change. However, instead, Shizuku demands Suji to retrieve the egg so as not to be wasteful. Being hesitant, Suji eventually retrieves the egg and puts it on a plate. As Suji cooks, he is about to taste the sauce he made when Shizuku pounces and erotically licks the sauce off his finger. Shizuku's eyes suddenly glowing praises the sauce, saying it's delicious, making her ask if the food is ready yet. When the meal is ready, once again, Suji feeds Shizuku, who is blissfully enjoying the food. Then Shizuku playfully comments that the food is so good because Suji had Shizuku helping him. Overcome by her smug cuteness, Suji cannot say otherwise and realizes he cannot leave her alone. The next day, Shizuku, in cute pajama clothes, admires the old stuff she finds while Suji cleans. Getting Suji's attention, she shows off all of the stuff she found. Suji, overwhelmed by the mess, doesn't even know where to start. Asking Shizuku what things she wants to get rid of, she doesn't get rid of any, as she thinks they're all important. Then, after some rummaging, Suji finds that Shizuku owns an erotic manga. Flipping through the pages of the manga, he realizes that he is in the same situation, leading him to imagine Shizuku in a lewd pose. Seeing Suji's embarrassment, Shizuku peeks over Suji's shoulder, asking what he found. After realizing what Suji was holding, Shizuku's cheeks turn bright red and she yells, "I bought it by accident. It looked like the cover of my favorite manga." Unconvinced, Suji thinks she is the type to cover things like this up. Tears forming in her eyes, she exclaims that she hasn't read a single line of the book. However, Suji knows that's a lie. In defeat, Shizuku asks if Suji also reads those types of books. Lying to keep his image, he says he doesn't read those books as he is not 18 yet. Suji quickly changes the subject and goes back to cleaning. They eventually find things to get rid of, but Shizuku doesn't know whether or not she wants to keep her erotic manga. Shizuku, slightly lifting her shirt up and grabbing her shorts, whispers, I'll keep it. Dying from embarrassment, both desperately justify reasons for keeping the book. After a long day's work, Shizuku's room is finally clean. And just as Suji thought there was nothing left to see, he finds more of Shizuku's erotic manga, leading to more chaos.